For the dragon to be ready to devour the child as soon as it was born, it had to be both in position to do so and with its maw open. This was the case. A look at the physical relationship between the woman, or Venus, the child, or Mars, and the dragon, primarily the axis mundi, explains the dragon's readiness to swallow the child. When the child is born, Mars descends along the axis mundi into the open mouth of the dragon. The two wings of the crescent represent the jaws of the dragon. In symbolic terms, it looks like the depiction of Jonah being swallowed by the giant fish, which itself was based upon the same archetype. The swallowing of the prophet Jonas, or Jonah, by a great fish was based upon the same planetary archetype as the dragon attempting to swallow the child in John's Apocalypse. The only real difference is that the Jonah story used the continued descent of Mars along the axis mundi, the body of the dragon, as a symbol for Jonah's entry into the belly of the fish. After spending 3 days and nights in the belly of the fish, the Lord caused the fish to spit Jonah out. In John's Apocalypse, the man-child descended towards earth, symbolizing the birth of the hero, and then ascended to heaven. In the story of Jonah, Mars descended towards earth, symbolizing the swallowing of Jonah by a great fish, and then, as in John's account, ascended along the axis. This ascension symbolized the fish vomiting up Jonah onto dry land. Jesus Christ used this planetary imagery as a sign for his evil generation, the only sign he intended to give them. Though the Pharisees he was speaking to likely did not understand his words, due to their hardness of hearts, the Savior further explained the meaning of the sign. The 3 days and nights Jonah spent in the belly of the whale signified the 3 days and nights Jesus Christ would spend in the land of the dead. Jonah himself made the connection between the belly of the fish and the belly of hell. The New Inspired Translation of the verse makes clear that Jonah is referring to the realm of the dead. Isaiah used the same imagery to typify hell. Hell has an open mouth, ready to swallow the wicked. When Joseph Smith was incarcerated in Liberty Jail, the Lord comforted him by suggesting that his being cast into the pit of prison by murderers was in no way comparable to the Lord's experience. The imagery is that of the descent of Mars along the axis mundi and the descent of Jesus Christ into the land of the dead. Being cast into the pit and into the deep are the same as being swallowed by the great fish, or entering the belly of the dragon, or entering the heart of the earth. The jaws of hell, of course, are the jaws of the fish or the dragon. The Son of Man's descent below them all was his descent into hell. The iconographic connection between the great fish of Jonah and the descent of Jesus Christ into hell endures, as this engraving from the 17th and 18th century demonstrates. Even when the fish is not represented, the jaws of hell remain as in this icon.